Hi, I'm Tara Limbird with Limbird Real Estate Group, and today we're going to talk about the 5 things that you need in order to buy a home. But before we get started, please click here if you're interested in purchasing a home, or please click here if you're interested in selling a home. Okay, so now back to the breakdown of the 5 things that you need in order to purchase a home. The first thing you're going to need is a pre-approval letter. So you'll need to get with a loan officer, and they'll ask you some basic questions about your job status, your income status, and they're going to go through your credit and make sure that you are eligible to purchase a home. They will provide you with a pre-approval letter, which is always great to submit when you write an offer, and they will be with you throughout the entire process, especially once you get under contract. They'll help you lock your interest rate and see it all the way through to closing. The second thing that you may need is earnest money. Now, we've kind of gotten away from earnest money a little bit because there's a lot of reasons why a buyer may or may not get that money back. So it's sort of lost its value along the way. But I don't know, I'm kind of old school, still partial to it. Earnest money basically means that you are providing a good faith money that you intend to close on the home. And of course you get that money back if for some reason your financing falls through, the inspection comes back and you're not satisfied with it, or if the home does not appraise. And more we see non-refundable deposits, especially on new construction. But sometimes it's even good to offer if you're in a multiple offer situation on a home. And you can write this in a way where it's protected if the home inspection you're not pleased with. There's different ways we can work with that where it's sometimes refundable, but it definitely shows the seller that you're a serious buyer and you're worth accepting their offer and taking their home off the market until it can close. And the next thing is money for your down payment. Now, when you talk to your lender, they're going to help you determine the different loan programs and which one you either qualify for, or if you qualify for more than one, lay out the pros and cons and decide what's going to really work best for you. Some loan programs require 0 money down, and others require anywhere from 3.5% to a minimum of 5%. Obviously, the more you put down, sometimes you can get a better interest rate, and you don't have to pay mortgage insurance if you're putting down 20% or more. But your loan officer will be able to discuss this with you in greater detail. The next thing is the money for your closing cost. You're going to need money for the loan, the appraisal, the processing fee, your credit report, title insurance, the revenue stamps, closing fees. There are different fees associated with purchasing a home. Now, one thing you can do, depending on what you want to negotiate and maybe even just your financial situation, but you can also ask the seller to pay your closing costs for you. Now, keep in mind, if there are multiple offers, that will weigh in the seller's decision on what they're going to net on the home and could affect your ability for them to accept your offer or not. But those are some things that, with your loan officer and your real estate agent, we can discuss those things with you and figure out what's going to be the right path. And the last thing is the money for a home inspector. I think sometimes people forget about this, but depending on the size of the home, it can range from anywhere from a couple $100s to, $500-600 or even more, depending on if you have someone separately, inspect the heating and air unit, or if there's a swimming pool or a septic system. There are a lot of different things to consider, but it is an out-of-pocket expense, and if you're not happy with the home inspection or your financing falls through or anything like that, you are going to be out of pocket that money. That money you do not get back. But at the end of the day, when you're buying a home that's hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's a small investment to make sure that you're buying something that you feel comfortable with and that you can lay your head down at night and sleep and feel like you've made a good decision. So anyway, those are the 5 main things that you're going to need in order to purchase a home. So if you have more questions, please give us a call. Thank you for listening to our blog today. Thank you so much.